This video is brought to you by BoardGamePrices.com. Find the best prices for board games at BoardGamePrices.com. Kia ora koutou, and welcome to Splendor in about 3 minutes. It's a game for 2 to 4 players. There's no solo mode, but there is an app. Playing time's around 30 minutes. It's a pretty damn simple game. It's the Renaissance and you are an apprentice jeweler looking to make a name for themselves by cutting and crafting gems collected from all over the world in order to obtain the favour of the noble elites. Will you craft the crown jewels for Elizabeth I and Catherine de Medici? Or will desperation force you to make a house call to Countess Elizabeth Bathory? You win if you have the most points at the end of the game. Points are shown at the top left of nobles and cards. Once one player has scored 15 points, you finish that round and then total your scores. Competitive. Only one player can have the best jeweler's store. Set collection. You will need sets of cards and gems to win the game. Engine building. The more cards you have collected, the easier expensive ones are to get. Player turn. Set up the board with the gem reserve within reach of everyone and 3 rows of 4 cards each. Each turn in Splendor consists of taking 1 of 4 actions, and then the next player acts. The first action is to take 1 of any 3 different gems from the reserve. You can mix and match these as you wish as long as they are all different. The second action is to take 2 gems of the same type. If there are no gems of the type you want in the reserve, you cannot take any of them. Players can have no more than 10 gems at any time. You can reserve a card from the display, take that card into your hand and collect 1 gold. You can only have 3 reserve cards at any time. Gold is a wild card resource that can be used in the place of any other gem. Now what do you do with these gems, you ask? Well, the final action is to buy a card, either from your hand of reserves or from the display. A card's cost is shown in its bottom left. For example, this one costs 4 rubies. Put any gems spent back in the reserve and claim the card. Some cards, like this one, cost a variety of different gems. Each card also has a gem in its top right. This gem counts towards the cost of buying future cards. So this card normally costs 2 white, 3 blue and 3 red. We pay the 2 white gems as normal, but we only have to play 1 blue gem to make up the difference. And because we have 3 red gem cards already, we have to pay nothing there. The last thing to mention is nobles. At the start of the game they will be in play, and you will immediately claim them once you have the number of gem cards shown on them. This does not cost you an action. Keep playing until the game ends and total up your score. Why would you like this game? Splendor is an exceptionally good game for people new to the hobby or for those veterans who want a change of pace and a short, intense game. The speed of which the game can be played is really good, and when you have a group humming with it, the game flies by. It's incredibly accessible with rules you can teach to children and people with limited hobby game experience. But there's still enough happening in the game that a skilled player will almost always win. And the art does something I wish more games would do. Make the functions of a card really clear. You can see which are the ruby cards from a mile off. The best thing about this game is the satisfying clunkiness of the tokens. However, there is a slight procedural sameness to a game of Splendor, and the game can get repetitive after a while. And while it can be entertaining to play, it really creates great moments or stories to share about it. Oh, and the box is way oversized for what's in it. If you're looking for a similar experience, but with a tiny bit more complexity, try Century Golem Edition or Century Spice Road. And if shiny things appeal to you, try Azul Stained Glass of Sintra. Splendor, Diamond, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and Chocolate. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and support us on Patreon.